but we do want to be doing live streaming and stuff more often. So trying to do it around 11 o'clock each day, and probably go for like an hour, hour and a half, just break down all the sports and everything. So hopefully it'll end up working out. Our plays will be scrolling around the bottom, but we will be putting them in as we go. So we may not see them right away. So as we go through it, we will update it, and it will keep showing who we like for today's slate. Today we have 15 baseball games, 3 basketball, and 3 hockey to look over. So a little bit of a good slate to start off with. But before we do that, anything you have to say, Nick?
Let's make some money today.
Yeah. Do you have our record? I don't have our records up here for baseball. So
for baseball, that's hockey.
Well, didn't you have them?
Yes, I do.
On your computer?
Yeah, I can get those up in just a second.
Sounds good. But I think yesterday was a 1-2 day for me. I got the Dodger game right. Was way off on the Marlins, and unfortunately the over did not cash in that Boston game for me. Our premium play did not hit either. We had the St. Louis Cardinals. We tried to go a little bit more contrarian there. We liked Flaherty against a Lucas Giolito who had been struggling, but it all works out. It's fine. Not a big deal. And then for Nick,
I had my only loser yesterday was Tampa Bay run line. They lost after winning 11 straight games. So that was going to happen eventually. Had the New York Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays under. That one cashed. That was under 9 runs. That one cashed 6-2 with the final score there. San Diego took care of business in Milwaukee. Cashed that ticket 7-1. And then the New York Mets run line. They took care of business 3-1. The final score for that one. Also, I had some personal plays I was on. I was also on the over in the Minnesota-Baltimore game, which cashed. And then I also added in on Twitter Cleveland first 5 run line and Cleveland full game run line. So that's where I was for that game, or for those games yesterday. So let's try to continue the good times for this game.
Sounds good. We get to go ahead and we'll go ahead and jump into the baseball slate first. But if you guys are new to the channel, please leave a like, subscribe. I forgot to write that up on the thing. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to keep growing the channel. Live streaming hopefully will help that a little bit. If you guys want to go ahead and check out our premium plays, they're over at picksandparleys.net, along with just the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. That will be in the link in the description below. Me and Nick are going to be on there today at 6 o'clock to break down more NBA and hockey and maybe even some baseball. But let's go ahead and get into the baseball for today. We get to start off with the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Minnesota Twins. Minnesota Twins are a -192 in this one, plus 175 run back for the Orioles. You get Michael Pineda on the mound for the Twins, Lopez for the Orioles. And where you got in this one, Nick?
I'm going to continue to ride the streak here. I have the over in this game. Both these teams have been trending towards the over, and it's only an 8.5. Baltimore has gone over in 9 of their last 10 games. Minnesota has gone over in 9 of their last 10 games as well, including 7 straight games. Jorge Lopez and Michael Pineda are not two pitchers that scare me away from betting it over. I like over 8.5 runs for this game between the Twins and the Orioles. That's an official play.
All right, for this one, I'm personally passing. I don't have any games until the later games. Which is kind of funny for this one. I think I have plays in the last 3 games of the MLB slate. You said over in that one?
Yes.
And it's 8.5. 8.5, yep. I personally don't have any plays in this one. If anything, maybe a slight lean towards that Minnesota run line. They've been playing a lot better lately. They've won their last 5 out of the last 6. They've just been playing a little bit better as of late, and Baltimore has been awful. So maybe a slight look at the Minnesota run line. But for me, I will be passing on this game. Next up, we get the St. Louis Cardinals at the Chicago White Sox. White Sox are a -206 or -198 98 on our book now. plus 182 on the run back for the St. Louis Cardinals in this one. And this is another one of those. We got Rondon on the mound for the White Sox. Cardinals have Gant. And for this one, it'll probably be another pass for me. If anything, maybe a look at the under in this game at 8.5. They did score a little bit of runs yesterday, but I feel like Rondon has been quite solid this year to the point where he will probably do pretty well today to keep it under. And then Gant has been pitching pretty well. He's 3-3 with a 2.04 ERA. I think that this one could remain under, but personally, I am not going to be betting this one. Nick?
I'm taking a flyer here and going with the Cardinals for this spot. I unfortunately bet them a little too early. I got them at plus 167. They're up to a plus 182 now, which I was not expecting it to go that high. But I think the Cardinals are a live dog in this game. John Gant, 3-3 of 2.04 ERA, 1.56 WHIP, 32 strikeouts, 28 walks, and 39 2/3 innings pitched. Carlos Rondon is 5-1, a 1.27 ERA, 0.8 WHIP, 62 strikeouts, 12 walks, and 42 2/3 innings pitched. Rondon has looked really good so far this season, but I'm going to take a shot here, taking the Cardinals here at plus 182. I feel like they are a live dog, so I'll take a shot on them tonight.
Sounds good. We get to move on to the Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics. For this one, Seattle's got Duggar on the mound, and the Athletics have Caparellan.
Sounds about right.
Minus 164 for the Oakland Athletics, plus 154 for the Seattle Mariners in this one. Caparella is 1-0. I don't have any numbers on the Marlins pitcher with Duggar, just because it still says Seattle TBD on my baseball app. Nick, do you have numbers for him?
Duggar is 0-0, 4.15 ERA, 1.15 WHIP. He struck out 15 batters, walked 3, and 13 innings pitched.
Sounds good. But for this one, once again, probably going to be another pass, maybe a slight look at the Oakland run line. I believe that's a plus 115. I have all the numbers on the screen over here. So that's a plus 115 for the Oakland run line. Maybe a look after that one. Total in this game is an 8.5. Maybe a slight look at the over in this one. Both these teams have been pitching quite solid. Hitting a little bit better, not pitching. And probably just a lean towards the over and a lean towards the Oakland run line. Anything for you, Nick?
I did not know who the pitcher was going to be beforehand, so I'm kind of looking at everything now with them in. For me, it would be let's see what the line is here. It's a minus. For me, there's no value on this game. I'm not looking at anything at this game. It would be a slight lean towards probably the Mariners at a nice plus price, but I don't know either of these pitchers to really trust either of them to give me a win at all. So I'm just gonna lay off this game. There's better spots on this card than trying to tackle the Mariners and the Athletics here with Caparellan and Duggar. Wow, I can't speak right now. There's better spots than to try to target these guys. So I'm laying off this one.
All right. Next up, we get the Texas Rangers taking on the Los Angeles Angels. We get Dunning on the mound for the Rangers, Canning on the mound for the Rangers, for the Angels, sorry. And for this one, it minus 112 for the Angels, plus 10. Oh, it's a minus 109, minus 101 at this point. Now, maybe a slight lean towards the Angels in this game, but overall, once again, I'm probably not betting it. This is just not a spot I want to get to. Angels have not been playing well as of late. They won their last 2, but they have won. They're 5-5 of their last 10. Just not a spot I want to get to. And then Texas, on the other hand, has lost yesterday. They lost the last 6 out of their last 10. not a spot I want to get to. I think this one is just going to be an overall pass for me.
Looking at this game, it's you said a -109. I'm going to jump on the Angels here. Taking a look at these pitchers, it should be a good pitching matchup. Dane Dunning, 2-3, 3.74 ERA, 1.34 WHIP, 48 strikeouts, 14 walks, and 43 1/3 innings pitched. Griffin Canning is 3-3, a 5.56 ERA, 1.50 WHIP, 38 strikeouts, 16 walks, and 34 innings pitched. But I see value on this Angels team. I have them priced around a -125, -127. So at a -109, I see enough value to pull the trigger and get a small bet here. So I'm taking the Angels at -109 today versus the Texas Rangers.
Sounds good. Next up, we get the Chicago Cubs taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates, -124 for the Cubs. Plus 115 for the Pirates in this one. We'll have Williams going for the Cubs, Crone going for the Pirates. Thoughts on this one?
I'm going to pass on this one. This one's a game where it would be a slight lean towards the Cubs, if anything. But, I mean, this is a Cubs team that has been performing better of late. 7 of 10, they've won 2 straight. Pittsburgh has lost 4 straight. It's just the pitching matchup here. Will Crowe, yeah, these are probably the 2 worst pitchers on these staffs. I'm not targeting either of these pitchers right now. It's a pass here for me.
Yeah, probably a pass for me. Probably a slight look at the over in this game, considering that both these pitchers are not scary towards an under. It's an 8.5 at a -107, so maybe a slight look at the over in this game. But overall, this one's going to be a pass for me as well. Next up, we get the Cincinnati Reds in Washington, D.C., taking on the Nationals. Nationals are a -137, plus 127 for the Cincinnati Reds. We get Hoffman for the Reds, Ross for the Nationals. We get a total of 10 in this game. Honestly, I think I want to look towards the under in this one. Both these teams haven't really been hitting that well. It's one of those things where even though the pitching has not been good for either of these teams, neither has the hitting. Both these teams have been struggling. I think we go and see an under in this game. I'm not betting it. This one's going to be a pass for me, but a lean towards the under in this game.
For me, I'm trying to see the lines here. It's probably anything a lean towards the Reds slightly. I don't trust Joe Ross. Jeff Hoffman, 3-3, a 4.31 ERA, 1.46 WHIP, 39 strikeouts, 22 walks, and 39 2/3 innings pitched. And then we have Joe Ross is 2-4, a 5.72 ERA, a 1.47 WHIP. He has 36 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 39 1/3 innings pitched. For me, if anything, it's a first 5 look towards the Cincinnati Reds. I want to take a look what that line is real quick, which is a plus 115. I don't hate that look. If you like Cincinnati, the first 5 is the way to go because they do not have a good bullpen by any stretch of the imagination. So for me, it's Cincinnati first 5 or it's nothing. So I'm passing for right now.
Sounds good. Next up, we get the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the New York Yankees. This one's actually our premium play over at picksandparleys.net. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out this game, you can go ahead and go over to picksandparleys.net, go under Earle Sports Bets. You can go ahead and check out our packages for today. But this one is a premium. From one New York to the other, we get the Colorado Rockies in Queens taking on the New York Mets. -126 for the Mets, plus 124 for the Colorado Rockies. You get where's the pitch? Oh, it's all the way up here. Marcus Stroman going up against Marquez. Both pitchers are 3-4 this year. Stroman 2.75 ERA, Marquez 4.82 ERA. And for this one, I'm going to be leaning more towards the Mets in this one, and maybe towards the under, even though the under is a 6.5.
It's 7.
Oh,
now.
It's 7 now? Oh, sweet. Even better. I'd rather go after the under 7 in this game. Personally, not betting this one. I have 3 bets on today, 4 bets on today's slate. But For this one, it would be a lean towards the Mets, lean towards the under, but this one's a no bet for me.
I do have action on this one. I got it at under 6.5. Under 7's even better. I'll take this game under 7 runs between the New York Mets and the Colorado Rockies. The Mets have gone under in 6 of their last 10 and 4 straight. The Rockies have a 3-6-1 over-under record, and their last 10 have gone under in 3 straight. The Mets have just not been hitting lately, and I like both these pitchers for both these squads. German Marquez was supposed to be more of the ace of the staff. He hasn't been exactly that so far, and Marcus Stroman's been a nice 1-2 punch with Jacob deGrom. German Marquez is 3-4, 4.82 ERA, 1.59 WHIP. He's got 56 strikeouts and 30 walks and 52 1/3 innings pitched. Marcus Stroman is 3-4, 2.75 ERA, 1.07 WHIP, 43 strikeouts, 11 walks, 52 1/3 innings pitched. So both these pitchers have exactly the same amount of innings pitched. Fun fact there. But I like the under 7 runs for this game between the New York Mets and the Colorado Rockies.
Sounds good. I'm typing that up real quick. Now we get to go to Detroit, where we get the Cleveland Indians taking on the Detroit Tigers. Minus 116 for the Indians, plus 109 for the Detroit Tigers in this one. We get McKenzie pitching for the Indians, Urena for the Tigers, yeah. And total of this game at 9.5. Thoughts on this one, Nick?
I feel like the only spot you can really go in this game is the Indians. I'm honestly passing on this game. I just don't have too much confidence in either of these teams at the moment. Detroit has lost 4 straight games, and Cleveland is coming in on a 2-game win streak, but both those wins were versus the Detroit Tigers. Tristan McKenzie is someone I'm higher on than most people. I'm expecting better performances from him. He is 1-3 at the 6.89 ERA, 1.69 WHIP, 44 strikeouts and 30 walks. He needs to get that walks number down. He needs to get that WHIP down. He needs to get that ERA down. And on the other side, Jose Urena is 2-4, 4.62 ERA, 1.48 WHIP, 33 strikeouts, 19 walks, and 48 2/3 innings pitched. This is a spot where it's Cleveland or nothing for me, and for me, it's nothing in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that one. Detroit has been struggling lately, so I feel like Cleveland would probably be a decent play, and it's only a minus 116. They've been playing a little minus 110 now. No, it's still minus 119. Yeah, it's still about the same.
I'm looking at first fives.
I still think that's a good play. You know, I'm going to actually throw that one into my slate just because they have been playing better as of late and going up against the Detroit Tigers. So I feel like this is a good spot for them. So give me the Cleveland Indians in this one, minus 116, minus 119, whatever it is now. Next up, we get the Kansas City Royals taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. You can get the Tampa Bay Rays at minus 207. And then on the other side, you get plus 180 for the Royals. We're getting Mike Minor on the mound for the Royals, Tyler Glasnow for the Rays. And for this one, I feel like Rays just snapped their, 11-game win streak?
Yep.
I wouldn't be opposed to going right back at them on the run line at a plus 100. They've been playing really, really well. They lost 1 game. I'm not really too bad. That's not bad. I think they can get back on their winning ways. Personally, I'm not betting this one, but if anything, I would lean towards the Tampa Bay run line side.
Yeah, for me, it's probably Tampa Bay or nothing. Tyler Glasnow has been really good for these Rays. Looking at the pitchers, Mike Minor is 3-2 of 5.14 ERA, 1.24 WHIP, 52 strikeouts, 17 walks, 49 innings pitched. Glasnow is 4-2 at 2.90 ERA, 0.97 WHIP, 87 strikeouts, 21 walks, and 62 innings pitched. He's definitely someone I am fully willing to want to back. If you want them first 5 innings, first 5 -0.5 is a -127. I don't hate that. I think that the Rays should have a lead after 5 innings, especially with the way Tyler Glasnow is pitching. It's Rays first 5 or nothing for me. I'm going to pass on this game.
Sounds good. Before we jump into the next game, we appreciate everybody being here. Leave a like if you guys are still watching and enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. We appreciate everybody here. We'll go ahead and now jump over to the Atlanta Braves in Boston, take on the Red Sox. -138 at this point now for the Red Sox. This one was close to a pick'em last night. We got a +128 for the Braves. Nick Pivetta taking on Drew Smyly. Pivetta 5-0, 3.59 ERA in this one. Drew Smyly 2-2 at a 5.11 ERA. I feel like this one is Boston or nothing. I feel like taking them on the run line could be a good decision. They've been playing a lot better as of late. Where the Atlanta Braves – Atlanta has been playing better. Atlanta has won 4 straight games. Red Sox still have won 6 out of their last 10, but this one's gotten to be a little bit closer. I still think the pitching advantage goes to the Red Sox on this one. Nick Pivetta has been pitching really, really well this year. So I feel like Boston or nothing, but I'm going to be passing.
I think at the end of the day, I'm passing on this game as well, but I'm leaning more towards the Braves in this matchup. I see some value on this Braves team that I have a feeling is going to start to go on a run, and I feel like this is a Braves team that eventually might be able to rattle off 7, 8, 9 wins in a row through a nice little streak here. Drew Smyly is the only thing really keeping me off of this play. I just don't trust him. Maybe looking at the Braves first 5 could be an option, but I'm not betting this game at all.
Sounds good. Next up, we get the let me update that. That's just going to throw the rest of my plays in there. That's fine. Next up, we're going to get the San Diego Padres taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. -123 for the Padres, +113 for the Milwaukee Brewers. We're getting Paddock on the mound for the Padres, Lauer for the Brewers. And for this game, probably already saw it on the bottom. I do like the under in this game. Paddock has been pitching a lot better as of late. Lauer has showed his stuff as well. And both these teams have not been scoring as much today, or as much the past couple of games. So I just see this one going under the total of 8 in this game, with a slight lean maybe towards San Diego. Nick?
I backed San Diego last night. They got the job done for me today. And for this game, I'm just going to go take my money and run. I see no value on either side here. I lean towards the over. Paddock and Lauer are not 2 pitchers that scare me. Paddock fade has been something that I look to do this year. And actually, ESPN is saying Adrian Hauser. So keep an eye on who the actual pitcher is. ESPN is telling us one thing, our book is telling us another, and the MLB app is telling us another. So just make sure make sure that the pitcher is confirmed before you place a bet for this one. I lean towards the over, especially if it's Adrian Hauser. I definitely like the over, but I'm going to lay off this game. Just not a spot I need to get to.
Sounds good. We get to go now to Houston, where the Dodgers will be taking on the Astros. Trevor Bauer on the mound for the Dodgers. Garcia on the mound for the Astros. Bauer 5-2, 1.98 ERA. Garcia 2-3, 3.38 ERA. I think this one is a Dodger run line or nothing, and I'm going to Dodger run line in this one. I already put it in there. I had the Dodgers yesterday. Worked out nicely. I think they go right back in and do it again. They've won 8 straight games. Astros have lost 4 straight. Bauer is on the mound for the Dodgers. I think this is just a fantastic spot for the Dodgers in this one. Give me LA in this game.
I'm all over that as well. I love the Dodgers in this spot. I'm on the Dodger run line. And I was looking at potentially the Dodgers first 5 here, -0.5. Could be a nice little spot here. I'm gonna double down on them here. I'm gonna take Dodgers run line and Dodgers first 5 run line as well. This is, I think, just a nice double up spot. I love Trevor Bauer in this spot. Bauer is 5-2, a 1.98 ERA, 0.77 WHIP, 88 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 62 2/3 innings pitched. On the other side, Garcia is 2-3, a 3.38 ERA, 1.1 WHIP, 47 strikeouts, 15 walks, and 40 innings pitched. This is definitely a pitching advantage towards the Dodgers. I'm taking Dodgers first 5 -0.5 at -105, and I'm taking the Dodgers full game run line, which I got it at +120, but now it's a +110. I'm fine with that as well.
All right, we get to go on to the last game of the day, which is the San Francisco Giants taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We get Johnny Cueto on the mound for the Giants, Merrill Kelly for the D-backs, -113 now for the Giants, +103, total of 9 in this game. And as you guys saw scrolling through the bottom, I really like the Giants in this matchup. Yes, I know Cueto is pitching, but Merrill Kelly has not been good this year. 2-5 with a 5 ERA. I feel like this one's just a game where the Giants are going to be able to go and tee off. They'll probably get to score 6, 7, 8 runs by themselves. I think I would have leaned towards the over in this one as well. Johnny Cueto has been good, but he hasn't been that good. I think maybe a lean towards the over, but I'm definitely taking the San Francisco run line in this game. Nick?
Yeah, I'm not getting involved in this game. I would have a slight lean towards the Diamondbacks, but there's no way I can back this Diamondbacks team losing 9 straight games. It's just not a pretty spot at all for the D-backs here. Pass for me. No action for this game at all. Lean towards the Diamondbacks if anything, but I just don't trust Johnny Cueto at all either.
Makes sense. All right. Well, that's going to be all for baseball. I'm quickly putting my basketball picks in the chat. So hold on 2 seconds. All right, and we'll update that. And we'll go ahead and jump into some of the basketball. We got 3 basketball games. I'm going to go over 2 of them, and I'll have a premium play in the other. First game I'll look at is the Washington Wizards taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Game 2, last game, Philadelphia won by 7, so cash the +8 or +7.5 for Washington in that game. I think this one's going to be another close game when you go through. Did I type that in the right spot? Yeah, I did. But you'll see that I do like the Washington +8 in this one. I think that this one just remains a close enough game. I think that Washington has a chance of controlling the pace. So going to go ahead and grab the Washington Wizards +8 in this matchup against the Philadelphia 76ers. For the Knicks game, Knicks and Hawks, this one will be part of our premium. So I'm not going to go over this one too much. I will say this is game 2 in New York. 1-0 Atlanta in the series after Atlanta won on a last-second field goal by Trae Young in game 1. So that's pretty much all I'm going to look into for that one. Last game for NBA is the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Utah Jazz. I was all over the Memphis Grizzlies last time they came out. They were a +8. I liked them before Mitchell got ruled out. I liked them after Mitchell got ruled out, and Memphis won the game outright, beating them by 3 points. Looking at this game, I see no reason why not to go back to Memphis in this one. Donovan Mitchell will be back for today's game, per the Utah Jazz people. I still like Memphis. It's a +9.5. I'm grabbing that all day. I'll even probably sprinkle the money line again. This is a big game for Memphis because if they can manage to find a way to beat Utah in Utah and then take a 2-0 series lead to Memphis, I think the series could be over pretty quickly. So go ahead, give me Memphis +9.5, maybe even sprinkle a little bit of the money line in this one. So two big NBA plays for the day will be the Washington Wizards and the Memphis Grizzlies, plus the points on both of those. Now, over to the ice for Nick. Let's hear it. We start off with the Pittsburgh Penguins in New York, taking on the Islanders, -107 for the Islanders. and a minus 103 for the Penguins. Or sorry, now it's a pick 'em, minus 105, minus 105. Go ahead, Nick. What do you got for this one?
I'm going with the Islanders in this game. Islanders have been playing much better the last couple of games. They've played much better defensive hockey. They've only allowed 3 goals in the last 2 games. They won in double overtime the other night. Tristan Jarry just hasn't looked good at all for Pittsburgh the last few games, as the Islanders have just been able to tack on them often. And for the Islanders, they're going to have Ilya Sorokin in net, which he is now 3-0 in this series. When the Islanders are 3-0 in the series when he starts. So I like this spot with Sorokin in net, taking the Islanders at minus 105 pick'em price. They're back at home. They're going to be in the Nassau Coliseum, and they've won the last 2 games of the series. They got full momentum heading into Game 6. I think they come in tonight in the Island, close out the series 4-2 final for the series. I think that this is another spot. Also, you can look towards the under. I see potentially a 3-1 finish. Sorokin's been a very solid netminder for the Islanders so far in this series. I like the under, but I like the Islanders even more in this spot.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Next up, we get the Florida Panthers in Tampa Bay going up against the Lightning. Minus 139 for the Lightning, plus 126 for the Florida Panthers. I believe this is a 3-2 series lead for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Take it away, Nick.
I am going to be on the Panthers tonight. This is a Panthers team. They won Game 5, and they had Spencer Knight in net, and he looked phenomenal. He gave up a goal on his first shot, and then absolute zip after that, 36 consecutive saves after giving up a first goal on the first shot of the game for the Lightning. Spencer Knight is definitely someone I trust. He's only gone through in his biggest games win them. He won, I believe, a college hockey championship with Boston College. He won in the Junior World Hockey Championships, where he shut out Canada for the United States. Plus, they're back. Plus, I feel like the momentum is back on Florida side a little bit here after that win, and I think we're going to see a good performance out of them. Huberdeau's looked good this series. Barkov has been shooting the puck well this series, and I think that they steal this game and take it back home for Game 7 2 nights from now. I like the Panthers in this spot. Plus 126 is what we're getting for them. I'm going to take the dog here, plus 126, to force a Game 7 versus these Lightning.
Sounds good. Last game we get to go over for today. If you guys have any questions, any bets or anything, go ahead, leave them in the live chat. We'll go ahead and read them off as we go along. We'll go over a recap and everything. Final game of the night, Vegas taking on Minnesota. We got minus 133 for Vegas, plus 120 for the Wild. Where are you going in this one, Nick?
I'm liking the over in this one. This is a spot where these two teams, this is an elimination game. So I'll lean towards the overs on all these games, except for the Isles. But this is a series where I think we're going to see some goals in this game, because we got, especially if Vegas is leading heading into the third period, we're going to see some goals with them leading the series 3-2. We're going to see more desperate goals at the end, potentially. I'm going to go over 5.5. You can get that at around a plus 100, plus 105, depending on your book. That's where I'm looking for this game. I also lean towards the Wild. They're back at home, where they play really, really well. The Minnesota Wild at home are 21-7-2 this season. So this is a good spot for the Wild, I think, to force Game 7 as well. So I think in 2 nights from now, we see 2 Game 7s between the Panthers and Lightning, and I think we see a Game 7 between the Knights and the Wild back in Vegas. Give me the over in this game more than anything, though, and then lean towards the Wild as well.
Sounds good. If anybody has not done so already, I just lost it. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe on your way out. We appreciate all the support and all the likes and everything. this was our first live show, and we're looking to do this a little bit more often, so we appreciate everybody being here. That's going to wrap it up for today's stream. I want to thank you guys all for watching, and until next time, you got anything else?
Let's make some money. Let's cash some bets. And the MLB, NBA, and NHL tonight. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow, same time, 11 a.m. for the Earle Sports Bets.